on the Linux. See
on the Kaja, Drian on the Akai, Sasa on the carry, Udil on the Esmeralda, Anti-Mage on the Fountain.
And right off the bat, Udil already dishing out a lot of damage using that Esmeralda power in the early game, and Psycho doesn't matter too much, you know, half health already.
Yeah, very standard opening actually for both of these teams. The Onyx composition is actually a composition that wants to go a bit slow.
Yeah.
You want to take this game slow, get Sasa in good items, get the Esmeralda and the FAMs with good items, and then win the coming team fights with a very strong comp. So that's something that Burmese Ghouls can take advantage of. You know, they can do this early game because they have a Lunox very strong as well as the Grok.
For sure. And of course, as soon as Ice, you know, Burmese Ghouls, the primary goal here, as soon as Ice lands a hook, they want to get that guaranteed kill right away. They don't want the person who got hooked to be killed right away, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
They want to kill him right away, so they get the guaranteed kill, and it's gonna end up like a 4v5, and you know it might be snowballed from there. But this is Onyx Esports we're talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
They won't be hooked that easily.
Good luck with catching one of these guys here. Of course, it's going to be Udil with a dive in with a move ball. It is going to be chase up, and looks like Ruby DD gonna be injured a little bit, gonna be shaken up, but he's still pretty good. Still gonna go in for the fight.
Catch them off guard. PV and DV will be able to back away from this one, and Psycho almost still not level 4, you know, still working on it, still level 3, and now he just hit level 4. The Anti-Mage, of course, proxying this bottom lane. They're pinging for the turtle right now, though. Franco will have an idea right now. A potential skirmish might happen. Are they gonna contest this?
Oh, Onyx, of course, their very trademark style of objective gaming, getting that turtle 15 seconds after it spawns.
Yeah, 15
very,
seconds.
very fast.
And look at this. The hook, the Divine Judgment is going to come in. The first blood for Esmeralda. They're not going to come in for more kills. They don't want to be greedy. Onyx Esports, the teamwork is there.
Yeah, absolutely. They really have like a good read on how to rotate fast and how to start the turtle without missing too many minion waves. I think that's smart.
They weren't scared to start the turtle at all. I mean, they were so confident in going for that turtle. In just 15 seconds, they ended it right away. And Burmese Ghouls, they didn't even contest for it just a single bit.
Yeah, and the Burmese Ghouls, they really don't care, don't they? For the meantime, yeah, they're trying to use the pick-off composition. Because, of course, you have a strong burst from the Granger. Even though it's very early on, he does have good damage output. However, it's going to be a fight.
A potential kill might happen on Esmeralda, and Esmeralda will be the first one to be put down. And Granger gets that kill as well on the Tammuz. The hook almost connects on Psycho. And Psycho with a turnaround right now, but the Divine Judgment is going to be used. But no, nothing will be able to follow up.
Man, that hook just hit a feather. I saw it hit the feather. Don't kid me. Okay, don't kid me, game. Oh, so we see a Burmese Ghouls 2-kill streak on the bottom side.
In the back line,
however, out of nowhere, what?
Franco is going to be taken down by the Kaja. Franco so far not making a single impact in the game. It is 3 minutes and 40 seconds in, and Onyx Esports already looking so strong. But despite that, it is still a 2-for-2 kills.
It really is pretty strong still from Onyx, even though it's evened up on the kill score. That's a very noticeable lead that they have here. Itemization looking even better for the Onyx squad. They are getting a lot of minion gold, a lot of jungle gold.
Yeah, a lot of jungle gold.
So they're actually in a pretty good advantage in terms of map control.
And Tom's is just having the time of his life, you know. He's just left alone in the bottom lane. The bottom lane turret might actually be destroyed at this point, you know. And then the turtle has respawned as well. Let's see if Burmese Ghouls will try to contest this, because Onyx Esports, they're slowly repositioning themselves to get that positional advantage. But look at this, Udil already has an idea that they're going for the turtle right now. It's going to be another turtle dance, ladies and gentlemen. What is going to happen?
I like the Burmese Ghouls as, you know, they're predicting that, hey, these guys are probably going to get turtle next spawn. Let's wait there. Let's cap that out.
Let's not give Onyx Esports the advantage that they want. You know?
That's pretty smart. At the same time, Onyx Esports, they're just taking this a little slowly. Actually a bit slower than I like. Yeah. But right now, they are going to secure it. Anti-Mage and Udil already wailing it to half HP.
And here we go. The turtle is dangerously low right now. PV and DV will be also put low. No mana left on this guy. And the turtle will have his health regenerated. And it's just a back and forth so far. They're all hesitating whether or not to go in. And the Franco's hook will not land on anybody. And they will go back to their lane.
You know why Onyx is just so having a hard time? in taking the advantage.
And there we
This
go.
guy,
The
because
Divine
of this.
Judgment is going to connect onto the Linux, not even giving a chance for the Order Brilliance to be connecting.
Yeah. That's
so
You know,
unfortunate.
it's because of those signs, right? Onyx, if you notice, almost all of them are melee divers. So there are a lot of projectiles coming from Burmese ghouls.
Burmese ghouls.
Shots from the Granger, shots from the Luno. So it's very hook the Franco, right?
Yeah.
So
the
it's very
Franco hook.
difficult to get near and to get close to them. But when they do, that happens. Lunox, no escape.
Lunox no escape, and Sasa, of course, converging on Ace right now. Ace cannot do a single thing. The knockdown's
Penalty
going to come in,
zone.
but will be taken down. Oh, look at this.
Oh boy!
That was a potential turn around, but Sasa will be able to take that solo kill for himself.
Yeah, what kind of marksman just stands in the penalty zone, doesn't care, gets you right on your face? That is Sasa's carry.
Sasa's carry indeed. The two people that we need to look out for Onyx Esports is Anti-Mage and Sasa. As soon as you give Anti-Mage the lead that he wants, he will be destroying Burmese ghouls. That is a guarantee, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, Psycho is going to look for the Linux, but will not be able to find him with the Divine Judgment as well. PPNDB will be in big trouble right now. Hurricane Dance is activated, and Esmeralda will get that kill.
Yeah.
But they will be backing away. They don't want to be too greedy.
Burmese ghouls got a little bit greedy there, seeing that, you know what, there was one more Chaos Bowl. One more Chaos could have gotten them a kill. But Onyx responds very beautifully. Another dive coming in, potentially on the top.
Potentially happen, and Drian is in big trouble as well. Dangerously low. 1,000 banner to get away,
Whoa.
and Sasa, they will be backing away. Granger almost sniping Sasa out. That was super dangerous.
It's beautiful how they're estimating the distance, right? It's almost going to hit, but not really.
Yeah, almost not. You know, they're all melee. Most of Onyx Esports, they're mostly melee. And Ice should have been landing those hooks as of now. And Ace is being the first on by Udil. Will the dive happen? No, they will back away.
Yeah.
It's a risky decision, but Psycho's going to be tanking for them. He's going to come in. The Divine Judgment is going to be used, but will he fall to the tower? No, he won't. And Ice still not landing a hook. Just 7 minutes and 35 seconds in, but a Grok charge will be coming on to Udil. The wall is going to be put down to block Sasa out, but will that be effective? And Drian is in big trouble, being converged on by 3 people. What is this? Ice also going to be melted down, but will survive. And Granger in the back line just hitting one after another. They will be backing away. This is very bad for Drian and the entire Onyx Esports roster. But in the mid lane, though, Thams is just pushing the tower, and that was a very bad exchange for Burmese ghouls.
And Onyx, they got everything they want from that fight except for the kills. Every gold advantage. Anti-Mage was just farming on the mid lane. Everything that they want, they will get. And that is Onyx. I mean, they're pushing their HP bars to the edge. 20% HP, 20% HP. We don't care. We will still fight. And they're showing that they can pull it off.
It was just, Anti-Mage. It was all part of the plan.
Yes, it was. Go take the bait there on the top lane. I will take mid. Bottom lane was mine as well. We're getting gold, guys. Give all your gold to Daddy.
Anti-Mage is just getting what he wants right now. Also, Sasa, despite having only 1 kill, the farm that he's getting is already too massive. And now Udil is going to be trapped in that pit. But will they be able to go for a clash? At this point, the Falling Star Moon is used, and Anti-Mage is dangerously low as well. Pops the ult, and Grok will fall, and the knockout's going to come in. Sasa, look at that. The Granger going to kill the carry as well. They're all going to chase this down, but Anti-Mage won't fall. The Drian will be using the Hurricane Dance, and he will be destroyed as well.
Oh,
Udil in big trouble. Will not be able to go for the turnaround. The double kill for the Linux.
Onyx being thrown so many curveballs by Ice on this Franco. First Sasa being hooked in and being given such a hard time, and everyone else following suit. The 4v5 fights worked out so well for the Burmese schools because of the Lunox pick, because of that Franco pick. They have all the damage they need and the crowd control to back it up.
And now this might be potentially a Lord this time around. Will they be able to take that Lord, or will Onyx Esports contest this? I don't think they can make it in time, though. In the back line, the Kaja is going to find someone to hook in, and he will find someone, and Drian is going to come in with 1,000 pounder. The Hurricane Dance is used as well. Psycho is going to be falling up, and Ace is going to be taken down. The Terrorista can't do anything. That's 3 kills for Onyx Esports. The instant turnaround. They want that lead. How dare you kill 3 of our members?
That's right. For the meantime, man, Onyx Esports, they are slow to ramp up, but when they get into the groove, their team fighting is so good.
It's like they're giving Burmese Schools the false hope. Oh, you
Yeah,
killed 3 of
false
our members. Oh, the false hope. But Onyx Esports just turns that around, kills 3 of their members back. You know what? That doesn't matter. We
Yeah.
still got the lead. We still have the confidence to win this game.
So very, very aggressive play from Onyx. That confidence is really showing as well. So even Ice right now, after that really, really good hook, I feel like he's starting to...
Oh,
there
the
you go,
hook
hits
will
one again.
land on suppression, will come, and Psycho won't be able to do anything. The Onyx Esports will be converged on, but PV and DV will be melted down. Thoms with just the burst damage, and Ruby DD looking for someone right now with a burst damage, but they will be backing away safely.
Yeah, there's no penalty zone. Penalty zone was used on the ground there. And therefore, Burmese Ghouls are going to have a harder time engaging. Well, and now they're just going to go ahead and farm, which is actually pretty okay. Right now, 6,000 goal lead for Onyx Esports, despite, very, very close matches, close team fights. It's very impressive to watch. And for the meantime, Burmese Ghouls, they need to get on point because their early game advantage is starting to slowly go down the drain.
That fight should have been in Burmese Ghouls' favor. But despite that, it was a 2-for-2 kill exchange.
Yeah, and 2-for-2 is something that you would think it's okay. It's
okay,
fair,
I guess.
But the late game of Onyx Esports is coming a lot easier than they thought it would. That's the problem. The Onyx Esports late game, you can't stop this.
You can't stop this. Look at the team composition. It's such a late game composition for Onyx Esports, and Burmese Ghouls, they're gonna have to find some adaptation to this. Franco needs to land these hooks, and Ace is going to be converged on as well, and Udil will be taking dangerously low. Just one hit could have done it, but Udil will be able to escape.
Yeah, too slow on the attack damage for the execution strike!
And the hook is going to land on Psycho, and Psycho will fall. Brilliant hook from Ice, and we were just talking about how Franco will change the pace of the game. As soon as he lands these hooks, there's no escape for you.
And the boy wonder of hooks here, Mr. Ice. What a beautiful play. And of course, it's going to be Onyx with a 4v5 for the next few seconds. What response will they do? Apparently, they just want to turtle this up. They want to take this slow.
They want to take this slowly indeed. And now the bottom lane turret is going to be destroyed as well. PV and DV will be zoning them out, but I don't think Onyx is too affected by this. But despite that, they need to respond to this very quickly because they're being pushed in. The pressure is onto Onyx Esports right now.
Yeah, Onyx Esports is pressure. I never thought I'd say that, by the way, in the series.
I never thought I'd be saying that as well.
It's beautiful to watch Onyx coming from, a bit of a... It's funny because they're so ahead in gold. I don't know why I'm saying that. They're ahead by 6,000, but they're going in 3M.
The Hurricane Dance is going to be activated. The 1,000-pounder, rather, will be landing. But no, it is still a back and forth. No one still has died in this. Suppress coming in for Sasa, and he will be taken down. That's one less damage dealer to deal with. Burmese Ghouls is looking so good so far. Udil will be taking 2 down. The double kill. And the Thoms is going to be taken down as well. Anti-Mage, so crazy. Drian is going to be converging on Ace, but will they be continuing? Yes, they will. Psycho almost taken out. Look at this. Ladies and gentlemen, Onyx Esports a bit faltering right now, but that's a 3-for-2 exchange, and Udil will be pushing, proxying this top lane.
The power of this Esmeralda pick, when everyone is compressed and everyone is within reach, man, it is just so beautiful to watch. All that HP going to Esmeralda, convert it into shield, and then just absorb all the damage.
Absorb all the damage indeed. And it looked scary for Onyx Esports because Sasa was the one who first fell, and Psycho just waiting in the bushes looking for the divine judgment to just come in. But no, they won't be looking for more kills at this point.
Onyx, you're still kind of threatening here around the Lord area, and I'm pretty sure they think they're ready to go.
Will be ready to go.
Burmese Schools be ready to answer? That is the question.
Franco on the front line right now, just looking for that important hook. Psycho is going to push him in, and look at this. He will be staying. That's one less member down. Can they still contest it? No. Ace is going to be in the front line next. In compensation, the knockup is going to come in, and PV and DV still not doing anything. And the Hurricane Dance is going to be activated. Ludex is going to be zoned out, but will Grian fall at this point? Anti-Mage in the background, just converging on Ace, and Ace will be backing out as well. Udil will chase Ruby DD, and Ruby DD, you will be DD'd.
Oh, man!
You will be done for.
Stardust Dance hitting so many hits I cannot believe that Udil, his HP bar is just white all the time.
Just
He's stacking
wiped
towers, he
out.
doesn't care.
And Onyx Esports just responding to the pressure that Burmese Schools was putting
stacking
onto them.
tower.
And Ace, look at this, getting melted one by one. Sasa in the back line just hitting.
Oh my
And
gosh.
Franco doesn't even land a single hook. And Granger, not enough damage there, but he go back to your base. And look at this, Udil will be
He's not
dealing
getting
with
damage.
them,
Look at that.
not
He's
dealing
stacking
any
so many
damage.
people.
So much shields.
He's immortal.
He is immortal indeed, and the mid lane turret is going to be destroyed. Onyx Esports looking so fresh, looking to dominate Burmese Schools right now. And PBNDB, what are you doing? And ladies and gentlemen, Onyx Esports will take game one.
What a dominant performance on the keyboard.
Yeah.
You know what? The tower was hitting Esmeralda. His HP bar, the white bar, was not being reduced. That's how high it is.
Single-handedly wiping out the entire roster for Burmese Schools, and that was just insane.
Insane.
What in the world was that, Esmeralda?
So anyway, that's just because of the amount of items that he's already accrued. The difference between the game time and the difference between the itemization was just so massive. And because of that, Esmeralda just has a massive HP bar. He can tank tower hits, tank the crystal hits.
A 10-2 Esmeralda
10-2.
with the full build as well. It's just crazy to look at. The amount of damage, the amount of shields.
Yeah. Beautiful.
And looks like we're going to be getting into the highlights in just a bit, ladies and gentlemen. We will be looking into it shortly.
Man, I can't believe what I just saw, and of course there will be a coming nerf to Esmeralda.
And also,
everyone knows that.
this turtle take, the first turtle take, and Burmese Schools didn't even manage to contest to it.
Yes.
And Ice in the early game as well, not connecting any hook whatsoever. He's been landing hooks in the mid to the late game, but it was just too late.
Yeah, it was actually too late, Adrian. We have to also commend them. Always hunting down the Lunox. Lunox cannot catch a break in this series. And again, he was dying a lot, but the power of the Esme pick apparent there. I mean, it was half power there, but he already did so much damage. Nice try for Ice. He did catch the right target, but in the end, Onyx just keeps losing the 1v1, but they win the 5v5.
The problem for the Lumix was that the Akai kept zoning him out with the Hurricane Dance. And look
How
at
many
this.
people was he fighting against here? And it was just
no break.
no break at all.
Poor Lunix.
Wow. So I feel like Esmeralda is going to be banned out.
is going to be banned out.
Right
Should be
here,
a
right now.
respect ban at
Are we
this
still
point.
doubting that? We're not, right? We are not doubting that at all. Esmeralda, you're out. So I'm really looking forward to what else Onyx Esports has to offer. We have not seen their Selena Hayabusa. Those picks were super duper contested,
strong,
always
super
being talked about by the teams. Whenever we interview them, they always say Selena Hayabusa, Selena Hayabusa. I'm getting tired of it.
Now we're gonna show you our Esmeralda instead.
Show you Esmeralda. Let's save the best for last. I hope that's what they're doing right now.
That's
so
gonna
we
be
can
an
see
additional
more.
problem. That's gonna be an additional problem for Burmese Schools. They have a Hayabusa, they have a Selena, and they also have an Esmeralda to think about, to worry about.
So many picks, not to mention Kagura might be also a possible pick here, and the Faramis. I heard whispers of Faramis. Of course, I think Gideon and Matthew mentioned Faramis might not be ready for the current meta,
Might
but
not be.
we've seen Onyx just shape the meta in their own will time and time again, right?
They're just that strong.
They're just that strong that they can force stuff onto the enemies. Even if it's not quote-unquote meta, they don't care. They can push it and they can make it work. Like somehow, that composition, they were fighting against Terizla, who's always picked by the team so far, and they did it with ease. Sasa, on that carry, he was dancing around the Terizla 1v1. Sasa solo game, it was so good to watch.
And needless to say, Terizla didn't make much of an impact in that game as well. He was just being melted by the carry all the time, and just no use.
It was a bit sad to see Terizla being given a hard time. I mean, I was already expecting to see Terizla in the ranked games. Like, when I log in later, I'm going to see a lot of people using Terizla now. So I was thinking, oh gosh, now they're evening it out. They're saying it's not necessarily a very OP pick. It's very powerful, but only when you position yourself properly. When you land a really strong penalty zone and get those execution strikes in, that's the only time that Teresa's very powerful. But when you cannot reach the enemy, and when the enemy knows when to avoid you, it's actually not that strong.
Unfortunately, it just didn't work out. The team composition for Burmese schools just didn't work out. And now we are getting into the game 2. The players are still just prepping. So stay tuned for that. But again, I want to talk about that Esmeralda. It's just a crazy. Do you think Esmeralda is going to be picked again, or do you think Esmeralda is going to be banned this point?
If Burmese schools has any respect at all for what they just saw, if they have any fear, they should ban it. But if they're fearless, you know what? Leave it open. All right, we'll try to take care of that. So who knows what kind of strategy the Burmese schools will have against this? But knowing Onyx Esports and watching all of their games, they have so many more. They have so much more to offer.
Yeah,
I'm very scared for Burmese schools.
And Burmese schools is just, we have so much to think about. We have a lot of problems already, and now we got to think about Esmeralda. Gee.
Yeah, come on. It's like, give these guys a break. The Lunox. We all know the Lunox is one of the most powerful picks in the game, right?
Yes,
but it was just given. It was just thrown to the side. It was pinned to the wall so many times.
Oh, you picked Lunox? We don't care. We got Esmeralda. We
get
got
the Grok. We don't care.
We're Onyx Esports.
Yeah, so
why you gotta be
anyway,
so strong?
we want to see some changes for sure. For the meantime, though, we are loading up into Game 2 draft here. Onyx Esports versus Burmese schools.
And right off the bat, Onyx Esports banning the Diggy once more. What is with this Diggy ban, Rockhard? Well, they banned this in Game 1 as well.
You know what? From the Diggy ban, I'm thinking maybe they want to go for Kaja. Maybe they want to go for the Akai. Because once you have a Diggy, you have a free ticket away from the Akai Ultimate, the Hurricane Dance. So it's actually it shows what Onyx is thinking right now.
They are the first pick, so they might actually get the Grok or the Kaja at this point. And let's see what the next ban is going to be for Onyx Esports. Alright, so I'm guessing it's going to be another pick or a Grok or something.
I feel like the Grok will be... Onyx doesn't care. They can leave the Grok open.
Oh, they're the ones who banned Selena.
Oh, they're banning their own.
They're banning their own.
I like it. I like it.
I mean, just because they're the Indonesian powerhouses doesn't mean that Burmese schools can't use Selena. So it might be a good ban. And of course, for Burmese schools, they're going to be banning out the Grok as well. But this leaves the Kaja out.
Yeah, the Kaja seems to be a bit of a strong pick here. So I'm gonna.
But they picked the Cho though.
Oh, the Cho. That is good priority there. And again, this has been happening for like how many times, right? Yesterday, a lot of people prioritize banning or picking the Cho. I can't believe Onyx is actually doing that right now.
They're very persistent with this Lunox pick. I mean, just because they lost that game doesn't mean the Lunox was ineffective. No, the Lunox still has a lot of damage to bring to the table, and they secured themselves the Kaja as well. So far, it's looking good. The picks are looking good for Burmese schools.
I think the Burmese schools, they just need to just stick to the meta, whatever they want to do. At the same time, you can't... I feel like Onyx knows the meta, right?
Yeah,
so they know, they can expect what you're about to pick. I'm sure they already expect a Minotaur there somewhere.
Yeah, the Minotaur is also left
They're
open.
probably ready for that already.
But the Hayabusa is going to be picked instead, as well as the Akai. Last game, Hayabusa was banned by Burmese schools, so they can avoid that pressure, the split push pressure, and the 1v1 potential he brings.
Yeah, the split push is actually real, and forget, a lot of people in the chat, they're already screaming, Haya Anti-Mage, Haya Anti-Mage. So, it's pretty obvious that everyone knows Anti-Mage is Hayabusa, for sure.
This is fan service. This is fan service at this point. You know?
Yeah, just
fan
give them...
for the fans at this point. They didn't ban out the Hayabusa, of course. Burmese schools had to ban out that Grok and also the Heron. But
yeah,
the Grok, if you give Onyx Esports the Grok, well, what can you do? It's going to be a lot more to deal with. And the Leomord is going to be secured for Burmese schools. The final ban is going to be coming in for Onyx Esports.
There you
what
go.
will it be?
Like I predicted, by the way, Akai is going to be the priority pick for Onyx. The reason why you ban out Diggy is you don't want the Akai to be completely nullified by just one pick. So you want to be able to set up with the Akai and then follow through, because Hurricane Dance is just still one of the strongest ultimates in the game. And if you have some strong burst heroes on your team, you will be able to turn the fight into a 4v5 right away.
And of course, the Lolita is going to be the last ban for Onyx Esports. What's it going to be for Burmese Ghouls?
That's a big question. I feel like the ban here is going to be focused on one strong mage like a Kagura, or maybe, I don't know, maybe one of those Esmeralda picks.
And of course,
as we were just about to say. As again, mage picks are going to be the priority for Onyx next time around. I'm still thinking the carry is going to be in the lineup as well as the Claude. So think about it. Oh no, they took the carry. Burmese Ghouls, they left the carry up.
For a second, I forgot about the Esmeralda. And of course,
Yeah,
they
Claude
had to ban it out.
It's going to be picked up for sure. Come
Claude
on, Onyx. You know you want to pick the Claude. Just do it.
And the Gujan
Right?
is going to be present for
Right.
Onyx Esports. It's going to be locked in. Is it going to be what you predicted? Is it going to be
It's
a
going to be the
Claude?
Claude. Come on. Don't make us wait.
Oh no!
Oh no! What? Wow, full melee
So
composition.
it's still hovering though. He's still hovering. This is going to
If
be
they lock
dangerous.
this in, this is a full melee
Full
composition.
melee composition, and you know
No one has range.
no one has range.
Except for the daggers from the from the Gushin
Oh, the
and
Tigreal.
the shurikens from the Hayabusa.
Tigreal's being hovered, and
Oh
of
my
course
God,
they're
they
gonna go
don't
for
care.
Tigreal. They don't care.
They
They're
don't care
all
if it's full melee comp. Wow, that's good confidence from Onyx Esports.
They're so confident to the point that they don't even want a rage champion for
It
themselves.
seems so. It's very impressive, to be honest. And I like that the Onyx Esports lineup here is making use of a lot of high burst heroes. And again, Minotaur, as I said, it's already expected by Onyx Esports to take them in.
For the last pick of the Burmese Ghouls, I actually, expected a Franco or a Minotaur to be picked. But the Minotaur, obviously, a better choice at this point. They want that CC, they want that Fury, and also that tankiness that comes along with it. And ladies and gentlemen, we are about to get into the game. This is going to be Onyx Esports, the Indonesian representative, against the Burmese Ghouls, the Myanmar representative.
Absolutely beautiful game there being shown by Onyx Esports in the previous match. Can they do it again? That is the big question. Will Burmese Ghouls be able to fight with this composition, or will they leave with a 2-0 in this one?
Again, ladies and gentlemen, this is a best of 3, so we are going to get into the game right now. For Onyx Esports, we have Psycho on the Tigreal, Anti-Mage on the Hayabusa, Trian on the Akai, Sasa on the Cho, and Udil on the Gujan.
And of course, for Burmese Ghouls, Ruby DD on the Lunox, Ice on the Minotaur, Ace on the Leonboard, CGO on the carry, and PVNDV on the Kaja.
Alright, so, standard laning phase, clear out the mid-lane waves and go back to the jungle so they can get that extra EXP and also buff from the jungle. But look at this, Anti-Mage is already starting the farm himself.
Yeah, and again, the farm is going to be what separates Onyx Esports from Burmese Ghouls right now. Because if they rely on early game fighting, they are at a disadvantage. Because by the time you reach their target, as Onyx Esports right now, you're already low HP because the carry gonna whittle you down. The Lunox, how do you even get near a Lunox by just walking towards them? You can't do that. So, early game is definitely Burmese Ghouls still. Like the last game, it's gonna be their win condition to win the early game. Otherwise, Onyx Esports will have a huge advantage in the later stages of the game.
And Sasa and Anti-Mage, these are comfort picks. Sasa on the Cho and Anti-Mage on the Hayabusa. These two are the superstars of Onyx Esports, and let's see just how much of an effect they can bring. And the knockout's going to come in on Burmese Ghouls, 3 people, but they will be backing out safely. Ruby DD just dishing a bit of damage.
Yeah, that's good security. They got the crab, so that kind of slows down the level 4 of Onyx Esports here. And that's very, very important. Hashtag Onyx win if you want Onyx Esports to win, or hashtag BG win. Or put there for the
If you're
Burmese
looking
Ghouls.
to support the Burmese Ghouls, and now
Whoa!
the first one is going to come in for the
Solid.
Akai, and the carry will fall so early into the game. This is going to be really bad.
It is. I mean, you gave the Hayabusa the head start that he really, really wants. And again, it's very powerful.
Oh my goodness, the flicker comes in, but not a Divine Judgment is going to connect. Udil was like,
What was
what
that?
are you doing?
What was that?
And Psycho is going to come in on PvP.
It was fine. It was fine. I feel like it's fine, but now
Oh,
the
look at
problem:
this.
how do they answer the Onyx Esports attack? Right now, Sasa, he even flickers in for the Ruby DD Lunox, but looks like Ruby DD going to be able to dodge at least that one.
They took advantage of the fact that two of Kaja's main escape tools were used, so they converged on him right away, and super good capitalization for Onyx Esports.
And if Burmese Goals wants to get ahead, they should not repeat what happened there. Like, they should not have small mechanical mistakes.
Yeah.
That is a no-no if you're fighting against Onyx Esports, man.
They were looking for Udil, and Udil was super confused. Like, why did he flicker in? He didn't even land a single Divine Judgment on me, and now he's the one who died a few seconds later.
That was so weird, and of course, man, it's going to be a big question of whether or not Burmese will even going to survive here.
Coming for the Tigreal, the knockup is going to come in as well. The Order of Brilliance is going to be used, and the Hayabusa will be taking that kill for himself. And Anti-Mage is getting the lead that he wants. Ladies and gentlemen, this is dangerous for Burmese Goals.
Shurikens and daggers are all it takes, even just a fist and a kick. And Onyx Esports are already doing whatever they want to do around the map, which is a bit surprising. Again, I was predicting Burmese Goals should have a strong early game, but they're not showing that at all.
They're not showing how much of an effect they can deal with on the early game, and the Phantom Steed is going to be called, and Psycho is in big trouble, pushed back to the turret, and he will survive with just one hit left up his sleeve, and Ace super frustrated about that one, I'm sure.
I mean, I would be too, but right now on the top lane, it's non-stop pressure. Burmese Goals trying to take some part of the map for their own. So, again, very frustrating. Mr. Ace, he's still 0-0-0, but still farming up. So at least he's not dying. That's the bright side here for the Burmese Goals.
But Onyx Esports, they do have a 3-kill lead and 2K gold lead as well. This is looking super bad for Burmese Goals, but they still have a chance. They still got hope.
Yeah, it's a pretty strong composition, to be honest. They need to make use of it. Psycho with a dive in.
Here we go. A flash is going to happen. The show with the Wave, the Dragon, and the Minoan Fury is going to be activated as well. In the back line, the Hurricane Dance is going to be activated. Hayabusa in the back line just assassinating people. The Flicker is going to be used over the wall. And they will be backing away from this one safely. They don't want to get more kills.
That is not bad at all. Great disengage. And again, they are still lost a lot. And they are probably going to lose the turtle. But let's see what they're going to do about it. Drian with a preemptive jump there. And no Hurricane Dance, but the turtle will go over to Onyx Esports because of that.
I don't think they will contest. I don't think it's a good idea to contest in the first place because they're just going to get killed. That's a Minotaur.
Yeah, very, very scary. At the same time, you know what? There's just so much early on burst damage because of the turtle buff as well.
And here we go. Tiger is going to converge on Ace, but that is a big mistake, my friend. The Divine Judgment is going to be used onto him, and he will fall to the hands of the carry.
A bit of an overextension there from the Tigreal. That resulted to him losing his life. It's 4v5. Can something happen here?
And let's see, Burmese Goals do have the advantage right now. Udil is going to be converged on as well. 2 kills so far for carry.
And that's a 1-for-1 trade. Lunox for a Gushin.
Anti-Mage, though.
Anti-Mage.
And also Sasa, the superstars, is just pushing in the top and bottom lane.
Stop these guys, man.
Stop these superstars, honestly, because you guys are going to lose if you're just going to leave Anti-Mage and Sasa alone.
And right now, I feel like that's not going to be a problem for Onyx Esports. Let's give away a kill, but let's take 2 towers in return. Itemization looking real good here. The Onyx squad, the Burmese Goals are slowly catching up.
Onyx Esports,
very slow.
Onyx Esports' rotation is super good to the point that they can just respond quickly as soon as hostility connects. And now Ace is going to converge on Sasa, but Sasa so dominant against Ace, and Ace is just super frustrated right now.
Yeah, I mean, as a Leomord, you need a lot of items as well. Be strong. Flicker in by Psycho. Great brilliance to dodge.
And Divine Judgment is going to be used. Psycho is going to be put to low health right now. Going to be converged on the Lunox as well. The burst damage comes in, and they will be backing away once more.
Onyx Esports, they're pulling off surprise by surprise. Psycho almost got the Lunox, but Lunox has a good timing.
Sasa is going to come in as well. The killing spree for the Hayabusa in the background off screen.
Have you counted how many off-screen kills has happened? Because of how strong Anti-Mage is.
And here we go. Anti-Mage is going to converge on 2 people. It's a 2v2 so far. And Ace has to back away. So much damage coming in from Anti-Mage. And this is what I was talking about. If you leave Anti-Mage and Sasa alone, they will be a force to be reckoned with.
That is showing that right now here. On the stage, solo turtle there by the Gushin. And now the shadow kill coming up into Ace, suffering a lot of damage. Gonna be able to save their PV and NDV, but they're being pushed back into their base now. They're locked in.
The pressure, the map control, the entire control, the entirety of it. Onyx Esports is just absolutely dominating Burmese goals so far. They don't have any response just yet, but in the background as well, off screen, Minotaur is going to be taken away.
So many sudden deaths here.
And look at this, another dash in for Psycho, but not going to find anybody.
You know how good they are? Even our own cameras cannot catch up with how fast the kills are happening. That's how good Onyx Esports is, especially Anti-Mage on the Hayabusa.
With just the blink of an eye, Hayabusa just kills anybody at this point. And now Burmese goals, they're all staying together at this point. You know, a simulation is going to happen for Burmese goals. It's going to be this way. Sure. Guys, let's stay together. Yeah. Let's not get solo killed all the time, please.
That's right. But the problem is, if you do that, Psycho is going to pull you all in again with a huge explosion. That's something I want to highlight that I think Onyx kind of thought about that. If you stick together too much, you're a threat. Tigreal is a big problem. So either you spread out and then Anti-Mage will kill you because you're separated, or you stick together and then Psycho is going to take you because you're compressed.
Psycho so far has a 60% kill assist. He has 5 assists in his book right now, and that's 9 kills for Onyx Esports, and they always gotta be wary for this Tigreal.
Yeah, the Tigreal as well. Even though he's 0 and 3 right now, he's still one of the biggest headaches for Burmese goals right now.
Anti-Mage is gonna converge on the Ruby DD. Order of Brilliance is gonna be used as well. Udil, so low, will be backing away safely. That was kind of a big mistake for Onyx Esports if they hadn't backed away.
Yeah, but for the meantime, Sasa, of course, is pushing on the bottom side, and no place to go for the Burmese ghouls except to stay in their camp.
Now, if you look at the map right now, Anti-Mage is converging, just attacking that Lord right now solo, and Burmese ghouls do not have an idea. They probably do have an idea, but they're just too scared to contest.
And scaredness is getting to these guys, because right now Anti-Mage is soloing this.
They're so afraid right now, and Psycho is going to come in as well. The immobilization is going to come in. Ice stun as well. Nothing, just a back and forth so far. And Ice just looking for that perfect opportunity to use that Minoan Fury, and still they will choose to go to other lanes.
It's actually pretty impressive that Onyx Esports is doing this with just 4 people. There's always someone away from the other side of the map and taking control of it. And even though they're just 4 people, Burmese ghouls can't handle it. I mean, it's so strong that what they're doing right now.
They're so pressured right now, but they can't even think about the Hayabusa. And look at that damage for Leomord, just the carry.
Yeah, Leomord, he needs to get online right now. No more excuses. Join the battle, or else Onyx Esports is going to trample all over Burmese gold right here.
And now the Lord is present up at top lane. They should be forcing a clash at this point. They know the show is bottom lane, but what can they do? That's 4 people. The turret almost falls, and the Lord will be taken out.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, shadow kill onto the hook of
Ace
Burmese
is gonna be
ghouls.
taken down. That's a 4v5. Ladies and gentlemen, Burmese ghouls gets taken out one by one.
And while this is top lane is pushing, mid and bottom lane was also happening at the same time, man.
That's just an insane amount of pressure for Onyx Esports right now, and they just can't deal with the Hayabusa and Cho combo for the pressure of the split push.
And now another one
is going to be used.
Implosion.
Pulling him in. Implosion is going to come in as well. Ice will be melted at the top lane. They're still going for Ruby DD. Ruby D dead, in fact. And the mid lane turret will be destroyed. And ladies and gentlemen, this is potential GG. Ace is going to try to defend this as much as he can, but he can't do anything. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Onyx Esports will take it against Burmese goals 2-0.
Two to 0 indeed. Onyx Esports flexing whatever needs to be flexed. Ruby DD, Ruby double dead in this game.
Indonesian powerhouses indeed, along with the Louvre Esports we saw earlier. They want their revenge against Onyx Esports, and Onyx Esports not faltering in just a single game. And it looks like a member of Onyx Esports will be interviewed in just a bit. But let's look at this. So let's look at this yet. Burmese Ghouls, they look a bit disappointed, Rockhart.
I mean, they do look a bit disjointed
I mean,
at the
you gotta
same
be.
time. I mean, to be fair, like, what were you expecting? Facing off against one of the most powerful regions of Mobile Legends in the world, right? I mean, they're definitely a really high standard when they play inside their normal MPL. What more in the international stage?
They're a very damage-heavy composition for Onyx Esports. They have the Hayabusa, they also have the Gujan and the Cho. Comes along with the Tigreal that pulls everyone in.
Yeah.
It's just a bad day for Burmese Ghouls.
As everyone's saying the Tigreal is feeding, you're wrong. He's just doing his job and providing safety for Onyx, Anti-Mage, Sasa, as well as Udil. It's so easy. It's so easy to to say that, hey, this guy's dead, but he did his job.
We're going to be seeing the highlights right now. Burmese Ghouls asked us how it went for the first blood, and Ice could not even defend him. And also this was after the flicker and no connection to the divine judgment. It's just super unfortunate for the early game of Burmese Ghouls.
And see that? It was like, he's not getting the kills. Because, guys, it's not always about the kills, right? It's not always about if you have, like, 10-0. It's not always about that. It's whether or not your team is actually controlling the game, whether or not your team is controlling the map.
And it's about the pressure, the map control, and everything in between. Onyx Esports just demonstrated just how strong of a team they are, sending a message to every other team out there. Look, we're the strongest here. We will be seeing you in the playoffs soon.
Yeah, the playoffs is something that these guys are already looking forward to. So, a very clean finish there from Onyx. I was really actually a bit amazed because of their performance. It was so clean. 4v5, they're not losing. Someone's pushing on somewhere else. It's always the case. All the time.
Just a dominant performance right now. And it looks like we already have an interviewee with Matthew as well.
So, what do you think? Do you think Onyx Esports is going to lose a game here?
I don't think Onyx Esports will lose a single game. I think they'll go 2-0.
Let's watch though.
Of course, the interviewee is ready and also the interviewer. So Matthew, please take it away.
Hey guys, welcome back to stream. I'm here with Duran from Onyx. How you feeling, man? You just won Burmese Ghouls 2-0 pretty convincingly. How you feel?
Okay lah.
It's okay, come on, I'm saying a little bit more.
At the beginning, my team like a little bit nervous because it's our first time playing today, and then after we win the game 1, our morale is up. Then the game 2 like nothing like just.
Game 2 felt a little bit more normal. Yeah, you guys played really, really well. I want to ask you a couple of things about the game. More specifically, you pick Archive both games. So why do you think teams are actually going for Archive at the moment? A lot of teams, they even first rotation it if they're on red side. What do you think so?
My team asked me to pick Akai, that's why I pick Akai.
Okay, I'll let you through. I'll let you go. So, I want to touch a little bit on Udio on his performance on Esmeralda. That was crazy, man. I mean, what do you think about that? Is that how he always plays in his streaming, in his scrims and like that?
Yesterday our performance like down, and before this tournament we're training like 1 day or 1 week without stop, and then our performance more up. Like this.
Okay, don't worry, man. All right, so next up, you have to go up against Wawa Gaming from Laos. Okay, what do you feel about this? It's one of the newer countries in MSC. How do you feel about going up against Wawa Gaming next?
Just play lah. Onyx also don't know what their strategy because we never see they play before.
Okay, so just
don't know their strategy.
Okay, so just going in with respect, make sure you play very safe and whatnot. Okay, do you have any things you want to say to your fans out there, everyone watching back home in Indonesia and whatnot? You can even say in your own language if you want to.
Terima kasih Sonic yang udah dukung Onyx. Kami sayang Sonic.
Okay, so yeah. Okay, so basically what he said was, thank you so much for all the Onyx support, and we love Sonic. Well, is that it? My name is Matthew, his name is Duran. Well, good luck for your next game. And of course, you're watching MSC 2019 here in Manila, Philippines. See you in a bit.
free. Mobile Legends Bang Bang.
Launch attack! Legendary! 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 Launch attack! Legendary!
Download for free. Mobile Legends Bang Bang.
Let's roll!
Legendary! Legendary! Legendary!
Hold tight. I'm stepping on the
Monster kill! Double kill!
Download for free. Mobile Legends Bang Bang.
time.
Shut down! Mega kill! Killing spree! Ally has been slain. You have slain an enemy! Shut down!
Download for free. Mobile Legends Bang Bang.
For 10 years, the rage in my heart has never gone out. I will never forget the hatred of the Smith.
Give you a chance to release the depression.
Oh, revenge! Imperial Knights will be destroyed by my hammer!
Download for free. Mobile Legends Bang Bang. free. Mobile Legends Bang Bang.
Night has fallen. Let the
Launch attack. Legendary. 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 Launch attack. Legendary.
Download for free. Mobile Legends Bang Bang.
Come on, let's roll!
Legendary. Legendary. Legendary.
Hold tight.
Monster kill. Double kill.
Download for free. Mobile Legends Bang Bang.
I am the power of light incarnate.
Shut down. Mega kill. Killing spree. Ally has been. You have slain an enemy. Shut down.
Download for free. Mobile Legends Bang Bang.
For 10 years, the rage in my heart has never gone out. I will never forget the hatred of the Smith.
Give you a chance to release the depression.
Oh, revenge! The Imperial Knights will be destroyed by my hammer!
Download for free. Mobile Legends Bang Bang.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Mobile Legends Southeast Asia Cup 2019. Again, I am Kid, and with me is the man with the rock himself, Mr. Rockhart.
What up? So we're going to be experiencing another one here. This time around, it's going to be Wawa Gaming
Wawa Gaming
facing
and
off
Burmese
against
Ghouls.
Yep, of
All
course.
right.
It's very interesting to see these guys come into action this time around.
Burmese Ghouls suffering a loss from Onyx Esports 0-2 earlier in the sets. And you know, what type do you think Burmese Ghouls is gonna come back from this one? What's the game plan gonna be?
I mean, to be honest, it actually is going to be very interesting to see what kind of plans they have. Of course, we want to know what plans you guys have in watching the finals. Of course, it's going to be June 21 to 23 right here at the Smart Araneta Colesium. Of course, tickets are available at ticketnet.com.ph and check out msc.mobilelegends.com for more information. And we hope to see you guys here. Set up your travel plans. It's just tomorrow, and it's going to be a very early start. So we hope to see you guys there.
And of course, we are live on Facebook Gaming, and this event is brought to you by EGG Network and Moonton. Not forgetting our legendary sponsor, Smart and Elite sponsor, Realme and HyperX. Thank you so much for making this possible, guys.
That's right. And HyperX seems to be having a lot of fun here today. As well, I saw a few people. Anyway, Wawa Gaming, we've already been talking about these guys previously before this started, but we're gonna have to see the standings, of course, before we get there. The group stages for Group D are a bit tighter than we thought it would be. Not as tight as we thought it would be. Comparatively, group stages here is a 3-point win for Onyx Esports, is a massive discrepancy against Burmese schools. And Wawa Gaming, we already heard from Onyx Esports themselves that they don't even have any info about Wawa Gaming. They don't know what happened, and they don't know what these guys' strategies are. So this is the wild card that we're looking for here in this group.
That's going to be a big factor. The fact that they don't know about Wawa Gaming and what Wawa Gaming can bring to the table. Onyx Esports, they'll probably have like a difficult time if they don't have a single bit of information for Wawa Gaming. It's all just going to depend on adaptability at this point.
We all know knowledge is power a lot of things. In Mobile Legends, despite you need some really good micro mechanics, you need very strong reflexes. Knowledge is always going to be half of the battle. Knowing what your opponents can come up with, knowing their picks, and knowing the kind of strategies that they will employ is going to give you a huge edge in battle. And that's something that Onyx doesn't have against him. But for now, it is going to be Burmese schools in the intro video. Let's check these guys out. The ones that we saw earlier. And hopefully they're feeling a lot better now. And, this game should be a bit more of a match.
Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, that was Burmese Schools, the Myanmar representative. We have Ace on the Marksman / Assassin, CGO on Marksman / Assassin as well, Ice on Tank / Support, PV and DV on Tank / Support, and Ruby DD on the Fighter / Marksman.
That's right, these guys are definitely having a hard time today. Hopefully they have recovered from that shock and
it's been very difficult for them having Onyx Esports as their first opponent.
If I was given such a hard time in the earlier parts of the day, it usually would reflect badly in the rest of my day. But hopefully, as in a pro team, you need to have some mental fortitude. You need to be strong in your mind. You need to be able to endure any curveball that's thrown at you. Of course, speaking of curveball, man, Wawa Gaming. They seem to be one of these teams.
Alright, we will be seeing them in just a bit.
And of course, that is Wawa Gaming. IE on Tank Support. B on Fighter. Prince Cobb on Tank Support. Chubby on Assassin Marksman. Epsilon's on Mage Assassin. And the Rambo on Mage Assassin.
Alright, these are your Laos representative. They are one of the new additions to MSC compared to last year's 10 teams. We now have 12 teams.
Yeah, it's actually very interesting that this team is something that Onyx seems to be having a hard time scouting, because I myself, I was scouring the internet for videos of their fights. It was very difficult to analyze, and it's definitely very difficult to find. So I don't actually blame Onyx. why they can't find many videos of these guys, because they haven't actually shown themselves to a lot of people yet.
And I've mentioned this time and time again, but being unknown will provide as a factor for you into these games. I mean, you've heard it yourself. Onyx Esports don't have a single bit of information on Wawa Gaming. How much more for Burmese Schools, their next opponent? Let's see how Burmese Schools will affect this, or how it's going to affect them, rather.
Yeah, that's a big question. Like, what kind of effect is Burmese or Wawa Gaming going to have on these Burmese Schools? And will this be more of a match compared to what we saw earlier? Of course, a lot of guys, they don't want those one-sided games. A lot of the people who watch these streams, they don't want one-sided games. They want the games where teams are like like how in anime there's they're always a match.
They don't want to be.
One of them's like a bit strong, but someone the hero, he's always fighting to push to the top, right?
They don't want to be on the receiving end of that one-sidedness, being too old. It's going to reflect on the rest of your day, especially when it's a tournament that matters to you in your whole pro player life.
Yeah.
So, in just a few seconds, we're going to be getting into our pick and ban base. It's going to be Burmese Ghouls versus Wawa Gaming.
So Burmese Ghouls, obviously, their history just doesn't speak well, right? So they got 3-0'd by Team Resolution in their local MPL finals, and in a very quick fashion. So I really hope that was not all that Burmese Schools had. I really want to see more plays from these guys. I don't know, maybe they're just not showing anything because they know that it's not going to be that much of a problem. But for now, let's go with the graph for game 1. Wawa Gaming versus Burmese Schools.
All right, so I'm expecting a Layla pick.
Yeah, come on, that's a bit mean. What do you mean, Layla? Layla is absolutely fine. I mean, Layla's absolutely fine, to be honest, if you pick it in Epic or in Grandmaster.
Okay, right off the
I'm just kidding.
Right off the bat, I want to point out this Diggy ban again. Onyx Esports have been banning this Diggy against Burmese Ghouls. Is there such a character? Is there such a player for Burmese Ghouls that uses such fantastic Diggy?
I think not that much. I mean, the team that has garnered a lot of support hero priority status here in this tournament is definitely Geek Fam, but they're not here anymore. So maybe they're just trying to adapt and trying to just remove the crowd control, or maybe Wawa just picked up that Diggy ban last game, and they saw it work. Maybe they want to try it now. I mean, that's a possibility that I think is pretty obvious. And speaking of similarities, man, Wawa Gaming also going for the Cho first pick, just like last series.
And also taking away that Claude and Diggy for Wawa Gaming, the bans for Burmese Ghouls, and the Harriet and the Grok for Burmese Ghouls, taken away from Wawa Gaming.
Yeah.
They also lock in the Akai and the Kaja.
So again, the Akai ban going to be a lot more powerful without any possibility of a Diggy counter. So maybe Wawa Gaming, this time around, they're the ones that might have gotten the short end of the stick here.
Yeah, and let's see what the next power pick gonna be. And I think it's gonna be a Linux. I think it's gonna be a priority pick for a Linux and another potential power pick, maybe a Minotaur or something.
Yeah, I think I kind of want to see. Okay, this is pretty good. So that's a lot of firepower already for Wawa Gaming. They can do a lot of damage with this composition. Wave the Dragon into a Minoan Fury usually results in 4v5s really quickly. So I'm looking forward to what Wawa Gaming has to offer here. Burmese Ghouls, they're still not showing what kind of damage they want to do in this game.
I was right about one thing, one prediction from the Minotaur pick, but I did not expect the Kimi to be picked. And look at this. Burmese Ghouls picked that Hayabusa, meaning they want it to be a late game composition, and Kimi is going to be in big trouble for that one.
This is starting to look really similar here, ladies and gents. Hayabusa, again, very, very, very favored by a lot.
By a lot of these teams,
almost every team in the MSC right now. So I'm really looking forward to how Burmese Ghouls plays this Hayabusa. It should be very exciting. At the same time, removing the Gushen possibility actually hurts them a lot because Gushen works well with with the Hayabusa, yeah.
Hayabusa,
With especially with the Kaja, the moment you get Divine Judgment, there is a few seconds where that target is not gonna move, and therefore your Gushin 10 Shadow Blade daggers are almost sure to hit on single target.
Or maybe if you're a Hayabusa, you can just one-shot that enemy. And also, it looks like the Selena is going to be banned away from Wawa. And what is the next pick going to be?
Okay.
It should be a mage at this point. The Lunux is still open, mind you.
That seems to be a good possibility. Ignoring the Lunox is actually pretty interesting.
Very interesting.
I
It's
never
very-
thought I'd see that.
It's uncharacteristic for this entire tournament. You know, the Lunux is not banned, but still not picked. Not even first pick.
Yeah, I mean, the lack of priority
There
for the
we
Lunox is definitely something that teams are going to suffer for. And I hope it's not going to be Wawa Gaming because I really want to see a stronger pick. Because right now, their composition is lacking a lot of damage.
Lacking a lot of damage indeed, especially for the late game when there is a Hayabusa in the present. Kimmy is going to have a hard time for this one, especially with the Lunux as well. What is the response going to be?
Big good question there, Mr. Kid. So maybe I'm thinking about Lolita, but I don't think that's going to be a possibility anymore.
Oh!
Harley
No
and
way.
Leo Moore.
Oh
The
my goodness.
First time in this tournament,
Should be
we
a
are
thought.
going to see a Harley. I mean, to be honest, Harley is so underrated. And he just does so much. He does so much good damage. He assassinates targets really quickly, and usually that happens without a revenge kill, because he can just space escape out of there and leave them crying, go for a fadeaway kill. You know, Harley's one of those heroes who can do the fadeaway kill.
Since Wawa Gaming, they chose the Leomord, I expected Burmese Ghouls to at least pick a Thams, but I guess the Terizla will work as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be very interesting to get that Terizla here. It's not a super solid composition, but there's a lot of pick-off on this one. Kaja, get the Akai. So just add in more damage and add in more flexibility to the crowd control. You're actually pretty much good to go on the Burmese School side. So I don't give this to any team. Either team can still take this.
Yeah.
It looks like a pretty even fight.
Harley is definitely going to be a very slippery character here. Harley, with just going into the clash and just disappearing, Harley will be a big factor in this game. And ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be Wawa Gaming versus Burmese Schools on Game 1. And Wawa Gaming, we have I on the Minotaur, Rambo on the Kimi, Prince Cobb on the Cho, Chubby on the Harley, and Absalons on the Leomord.
And for the Burmese Schools, VV and DV on the Akai, Ice on the Kaja, Ace on the Hayabusa, Ruby DD still on the Lunox, and CGO on the Terizla.
And Rambo, of course, embodiment of his name, Kimmy.
Absolutely.
You just imagine the
Gonna throw it up.
machine guns.
Yeah, you can just imagine the machine gun sound coming from Rambo here. He's sticking to it. He's sticking to the imagery, sticking to the guns, as they say.
All right, so what is the game plan going to be for Wawa Gaming? It's so difficult for us to analyze what they're going to be doing, because Wawa Gaming, as we've said time and time again, these guys are unknown.
Very much unknown, as well as a very unscouted and very curious. I'm actually very curious about Wawa Gaming, how they rotate and how well the Laos
But it looks like
rotation
they're going to be
is.
converged on PB and DV in big trouble right now. Just a few more hits could have done it, but Ace will be able to back away. They choose to dive in, though. Ace is going to converge on Rambo, but it's a bad idea so far. They won't be able to find any kill whatsoever. But Ace, just a few more hits. He's very low right now, but they're not getting any more kills just yet. Minotaur tries to go on Ace, but they will be converging now. The response is going to come in for Ruby DD. The flicker coming in, and the first blood onto the Harley, and Ice is going to chase down but will not be able to do it successfully.
Yeah, Ruby DD with a great cleanup there, and to be honest, that was actually a lot of effort expended for just one kill.
For just one kill.
Way too much. I think a few micro misplays there from Wawa Gaming as well with the Kimmy attacks. The rotation, the switching of targets was a little bit slow. We want to see that picked up, and hopefully we can see that soon. Because right now, Burmese Schools, they're going for the turtle.
And Wawa Gaming, they wasted a lot of time just to get that Hayabusa, but couldn't find anything. And now the Naka's going to come in. Ice is going to connect with the Divine Judgment, and I is in big trouble. He's the only one left. And Terizla gets himself a kill. And Chubby will be chopped dead. And no, still survives though. They don't choose to chase.
Burmese Ghoul showing a lot of power here against Wawa Gaming. Early game on, we already have an almost 2,000 gold lead coming in from the Burmese Ghouls, and it's looking real good so far.
Yeah, it looks like they're unfazed by that 2-0 from Onyx Esports. It's still a statement. It's still a statement. You know, just because we got 0-2 doesn't mean it's gonna affect us. This is a tournament. We should have that mental fortitude, and that's exactly what Burmese Ghouls is showing right now.
Yeah, tournaments, you have to know how to reset your mind, right? Reset your mind, refresh it, and make sure you're able to fight another game. Because the games here are very close, very intense. You always need to be at 100%.
And yesterday, it was taken to a game 3 all the time. Every game was taken to a game 3, and it was just exhausting. Despite the fact that these teams always have scrims, they scrim the whole day. They play the whole day. They play the game the whole day.
Yes.
And even with just 3 games, they become exhausted because it's mentally draining, these tournaments.
Yeah, and not to mention it just gives so much advantage to those who can recover, right? Those who are used to long games.
Yeah.
A team that's used to a lot of games. Oh my gosh.
Taken down by just one more kill that followed up, and Leomore. Such unfortunate circumstances. 4 minutes in, and Ruby DD gets himself another kill once again. And Prince Cobb is going to converge onto them, but has no idea that there's 3 people in their jungle. Prince Cobb right now tries to flicker in, but the knockup is also going to come in as well. Questionable flicker.
Can I be honest, man? I don't know why he flickered in there.
Why did you flicker?
Why did he just flicker the other way? Maybe he was trying to go for a kick. But there was no one to follow up.
It was a 2v3.
That was impossible to pull off. Anyway, we're back to the game. Enemy turret destroyed on the top side. The bottom lane has a turtle being taken as well by Burmese Ghouls. They seem to be on point. They seem to be rolling right now.
It's looking one-sided so far. 3 towers down for Wawa Gaming already, and Burmese Gold is going to rotate to the bottom lane in hopes of looking for a pickup. And now it looks like they're going to converge on the Minotaur. The Minotaur is going to get pulled in as well. The stun is also going to be used. The Minoan Fury not even activated, and Prince Cobb is going to be the one to be taken down.
Ice,
but people survive.
what?
And Ice is going to get melted down.
Why do they flicker into this?
What?
I don't know why. They're flickering
These
straight.
flickers, man. These flickers. What in
Why?
the world?
Can we answer it? Hey, Matthew, ask them why they're flickering, okay? Gosh, I need to know. Anyway, for the meantime, it's going to be Burmese Ghouls pushing on the bottom side of the map. CG, doing a lot of damage to the execution strikes here. And Wawa going on for a tight-knit defense, 5 people down. Hayabusa split pushing on the top side.
Hayabusa, I was about to mention that the Hayabusa is going to be left alone as well. All 5 members of Wawa Gaming were at the bottom lane. They need to respond to this Hayabusa somehow because he's going to be a problem in the late game. And we are approaching the mid game already. This is looking really bad for Rambo despite the fact that he has 1 kill so far.
Yeah, I mean, that's the guy that you want to give the kills to in Wawa Gaming. But now...
Oh my goodness, the Divine Judgment is going to connect, but Chubby won't be able to escape that one. And I is looking for people to converge on, maybe get the Minoan Fury in, but he won't find anybody. And I is just too late.
Yeah, there's no space escaping from a Divine Judgment. You have to keep that in mind when you're walking outside, right?
It's a guaranteed kill, especially the fact that these are pro teams already. The coordination is there, and now a potential fight might happen down at bottom lane, rather.
Yeah, bottom lane going to be taken
Here we
down.
go.
That's
The
a
knockup's
great
going to come
3-man knockup.
The 3-man knockup. The Minoan Fury is also activated in the Ice. Ice in big trouble. Has to back away. Monster kill coming in from the Linux, and Minotaur is going to be taken away as well. The stun for Prince Cobb. The way of the dragon is going to be activating the knockup. They'll turn around for Wawa Gaming, but that does not matter. Burmese Ghouls will be able to take that clash from Wawa Gaming. Now they're up 8 kills already.
Yeah, I'm actually a bit surprised that the way of the dragon was not even used in the beginning of that fight. It was used pretty much in the end. So that was a lot of time where the Cho did not actually use that. Great damage from Ruby DD. And of course, there's a lot of towers being taken already by the Hayabusa. And Turtle going to be a very easy target for the Ghouls this time around.
All right, so Burmese Ghouls is going to be able to take this easy turtle. Up at top lane, though, the Hayabusa is just going to keep pushing. And they're going to walk into Wawa Gaming right now. And the knockup is going to come in. The Divine Judgment on Prince Cobb. But Wawa, I will be falling down. And now, CGO. The ultimate is going to be used as well.
Wow.
Alice Milan's the only one, the triple kill for the Terizla.
Can we get a Terizla Maniac here? I don't think that's going to happen.
Terizla
Hayabusa
Maniac,
was not
Hayabusa.
joining that fight the whole time.
Despite the fact that he didn't join that fight, they still won that clash, and that says a lot. A 4v5 and you still win? My goodness, Burmese Ghouls are showing up. They want their revenge for Onyx Esports. And look at this. The flicker is going to come in, the Divine Judgment onto the Harley, and he will fall. And I cannot do anything. Look at this. The tower will fall. The knockup is going to come in, the flicker away. And Wawa Gaming, what are you going to do to respond?
Yeah. It looks like that'll be it. There's no way. They have no damage. 11 and 13. That's almost a base.
They're still fighting the base indeed. And now the Minnow Fury is going to be activated. And now it's 8 minutes and 30 seconds in. And it looks like Burmese Ghouls is looking to close it out at this point. And Prince Cobb, what can you do? Two people are so dangerously low right now. What can you do? Are they going to focus? Oh, Hayabusa is going to come in and they will be taking it down. Burmese Ghouls take it against Wawa Gaming in game 1.
That was question. I can see the question mark, physically see the
Yeah.
question marks floating in the air there in that screen.
That was a very questionable game
Burmese
1.
Ghouls, well, finally a smile in these guys.
Yeah.
One of them looking really anime in the dulo. So I really like what they're doing right now, Burmese Ghouls. They did what they wanted to do. They came here to play, and finally they have the tempo to really.
It was just a very questionable game for Wawa Gaming, and let's see if they will be able to redeem themselves in game 2. Again, this is the best of 3, and look at these stats so far. Look at Look at 0 assist. He is a Minotaur. He has 0. He has
He has
no
healing.
assist.
He has Minnow and Fury. No kills happen.
No kills
That's
happen.
Why.
It's 0.
17-2.
My goodness.
My
2
gosh.
kills, 17 for Burmese Ghouls.
Plus. Level 7, Minotaur level 14, Hayabusa.
Yeah.
Twice the experience.
Twice the experience as well.
What
and
the heck?
It's just pure dominance for Burmese Ghouls at this point.
The experience difference is just huge. That is why the power levels of Wawa Gaming were so low, they could not keep up with the damage output of Burmese Ghouls. Even if Burmese Ghouls did not even have the damage, they still have a lot of levels. Their skills,
Yeah.
they're higher level than Wawa Gaming.
And here we are. We have the highlights right now from the earlier game, and they just very questionable teamwork and gameplay. The synchronization wasn't there for Wawa Gaming, and Burmese Ghouls just capitalized on every mistake that Wawa Gaming did.
And Wawa Gaming was given a bad time here.
Yeah, indeed.
I want to analyze, man. I want to analyze what went wrong here for Wawa. Is it because they forced a few picks that they're not used to, or are they just not ready for the fight against Burmese Ghouls?
What I think is that they forced in clashes that they're not supposed to fight. They forced in everything that Burmese Ghouls had the advantage of, and that was just a mistake. And now also, what followed up? It's stockpiled. The mistake that stockpiled was the flicker. The flicker mistakes
Oh my
from
gosh.
the Cho.
That was
and
so
that was
many.
just super unfortunate for Wawa Gaming.
There was a lot of opportunities. I mean, to be fair, it was not just Wawa; it was also the Kaija
Yes.
flickering in a very weird angles. But to be fair, I mean, the mistakes are very minimal on the side of Burmese Ghouls in this game. A lot of them happened on the side of Wawa, where a lot of them were trying to make big plays. I think the Cho was trying to make a lot of big plays here. But again, it doesn't just work out. When the moment they don't get the ideal position, the position that they planned out, they just abandon it completely. They just run for the hills, leaving some of the members out to die. That's a big problem. You need to have some fail-safe. You need to have like a strategy when this doesn't work out, when that doesn't work out. You need to be able to get a game going in your favor, at least as a backup.
And Burmese Ghouls definitely look different from what they were against Onyx Esports. And we just got word that Wawa Gaming has
we're
a
doing
substitution. All right.
So is this the secret? Is that like maybe that was the plan? I'm thinking that was the plan. Secret weapon. Show it later on and
Yeah.
literally throw the first game.
Yeah. Let's
I mean,
hope.
that was one of the worst stops I've ever seen this MSC so far. But I hope they have something else up their sleeves because that will not suffice.
Yeah.
That will not suffice for the rest of the teams of the MSC. We have to be honest. I mean, we can sugarcoat as much as we want, but that was just horrible from a lot of standards. So
Let's hope this substitution changes a lot of things
Yeah,
for
we want to
Wawa
see that.
Gaming because they need to adjust a lot of their gameplay to beat Burmese schools, and these guys reached the finals of their own MPL.
yeah, I mean the MPL they're already there, right? They just need to. They have the opportunity right here. They have the chance to really make something good from their team, but they're not. I think there's something missing here, and that needs to be filled up right away by Wawa Gaming. For the meantime, though, again, we want to invite you all guys to please join us for the main stages of the MSC 2019. That's happening on June 21 to 23. The play-ins and the playoffs. And all that ticket will be available in ticketnet.com.ph. More information for the seating, for how they're arranged, for all the players, for all the teams, for all the casters, for all the talents, will be available on msc.mobilelegends.com.
All right, so again, guys, we are live on Facebook Gaming, and Mobile Legends Southeast Asia Cup 2019 is brought to you by EGG Network and Moonsun. Not forgetting our legendary sponsor, Smart, and elite sponsor, Realme and HyperX.
That's right. Again, thanks so much, guys, for watching here. Don't forget, click that share button right. I don't know where it is, but it's probably right there on the lower right. Just click it and then share the stream and tag your friends here. Let's all have a great time analyzing and trying to find the way for Wawa Gaming to stay alive here. And also, heart reacts and all that stuff. Send it to your group chats and also your gaming ML groups. And let's all have fun today. MSC, this is the group stages. No one is going home yet. But of course, the play-in brackets, and the upper bracket, lower bracket, the gauntlet will be determined by how the group stages pan out today. We'll probably have a live draw later on. We'll announce when that will be. But for the meantime, it's definitely looking really bad for Wawa Gaming here. So I want to see some strong plays. I want to see some strong action. I hope, you know what, one good thing they can do, just go for comfort picks. Don't counter ban. Don't ban anything. Pick your comfort picks.
Go with what you're comfortable with. And also, I also want to point out that because of this game, Onyx Esports now have a single bit of information regarding Wawa Gaming.
Yes, a very
Very
By
minimal
now, you
information.
have a lot of info. I would say, not just some info.
Yeah.
That is some huge information.
Yeah.
And hopefully, the Wawa gamers aren't down in the dumps because of that. Because you gotta
Let's
wrap
hope-
it up. You
Let's
gotta wrap
hope
it
they're
up.
not demoralized. But okay,
Yes.
let's go into our picks and ban phase. For the blue side, we have Burmese Ghouls and Wawa Gaming on the red side. Ladies and gentlemen, this is game 2, and right off the bat, Claude is going to be banned.
Yeah, the ban on the claw is actually pretty smart in the end. The Claude ban against a lot of players in the ranked games actually have Claude as a comfort hero. So Burmese Ghouls, they're trying to fight. They're trying to find a way to counteract all those comfort picks. Because I really want to see Wawa do comfort picks. That's
Yeah.
all I want them to do right now.
And now we also have to see what damage potential, what type of games are we going to see from Wawa Gaming. I mean, it was a wash in game 1.
Yes, it
was
really
just
was.
a wash. And right off the bat, we are going to be seeing a Cho taken away from Wawa Gaming. And of course, given the fact that a Harriet and a Grok is going to be banned as well.
Yeah, I wonder how different this is going to be, though. Because, of course, the show earlier was, I think that was a forced pick. It was not very, very optimal. But hopefully this one is going to be a lot better. We want to see a lot of strong plays from this show. And that will be a big problem because there is a Kaja on the side of Wawa.
Kaja on the side of Wawa, indeed. So Burmese Ghouls have to be very weary of this divine judgment. Let's see what the next pick is going to be. It's going to be hovered. Akai is locked in.
Yeah, Kai and the Kaja. Actually, that was a really classic combination in the regular seasons. So I feel like this is a good possibility. We will be able to take something here from this duo. Hopefully, this is also they're used to using this as well, so that they can play it without any errors at all. That's a big thing. You have to play without errors, and just give the enemy team a hard time. Maybe scale for the later parts of the game. Who knows? That could work.
There's still so many options for Burmese goals at this point. Of course, they will be going for the Hayabusa, and the Linux will be open as well. Taken away from Wawa Gaming, and Wawa at this point, I think they should be going for a Leomore.
Yeah, a Leomord is definitely something that you could pick up. However, the previous Leomord was not really that strong. Hopefully that changes later on as we go into this game. But right now, Wawa Gaming is still thinking about their picks. Selena is a pretty good pick.
Okay.
Selena picks, the missile arrows usually result in a lot of kills. So I want to see that. I want to see those kills. I want to see those flying.
It's gonna depend. It's gonna depend because it's either the Kaja pulls in who he wants to pull, or he's gonna wait for the stun to land for the Selena and just flicker in and get that divine judgment going.
Yeah, we want to see all of that and more from Wawa Gaming. However, of course, Burmese Schools, they're having a pretty strong draft in terms of damage output. So if I were Wawa, I would ban out the there you go. Another strong bruiser, a strong damage output from Wawa.
And to mention, Wawa, it's a very lockdown type of team composition. And it looks like they're going to take away the choice for Minotaur. Now,
Yep.
Burmese Ghouls, what is it going to be? What is their tank going to be? Who, rather?
Are they going to put a tank inside the mall? That's a big question. Right? So let's see. I think the big tank problem here for Burmese Schools is maybe they're going to have to be forced to go into
Maybe a Lolita?
a Lolita,
I'm
or a
thinking of
Belleric.
Belleric,
They ran out of
unlikely.
the tanks in this
Yeah.
one because Minotaur's out, Grok's out, Akai is out, Kaja's out. I think Lolita's going to be a good solid pick. I mean, or they could go for a no tank pick.
Oh,
Go crazy
that
if
is
they
very
want
gutsy.
to.
That is very gutsy.
Why not?
And it's really, the Minotaur ban is really smart from Wawa Gaming because they took the Akai. They took out the Grok as well.
Yeah.
So, Burmese Schools, they're left with no other options aside from Lolita or maybe an unlikely Belleric. But are we going to see a Jawhead?
Oh! This is going to be interesting. I like it. I like the Jawhead. I've actually been practicing it. Personally, it's very good.
Yeah.
It's a very good pick. I think it's underrated. Of course, it's not like a full tank. It's a fighter. So it's not going to have that super sturdiness that you want from a primary tank, especially since we also picked a carry here for slot 4. So this is going to be a big problem in terms of whether or not this is going to survive. But, you know what? They have a lot of damage on their side, so that's something that Burmese Schools can use in this game.
So for Burmese Schools, it's more of an all-in type team composition, while Wawa, it's more of a lockdown type. But again, those were the picks, ladies and gentlemen. Burmese Schools, the Myanmar representative, versus Wawa Gaming, the Laos representative in Game 2. Let's see if Burmese Schools will take this for our game for a 2-0, or will Wawa take Game 1?
Yeah, how
Game
well it's going to be, that is going to be the big question. Is this going to be a 2-0, or are they going to give Burmese Schools a hard time? Or will it be a wash?
Or will
That's going to be a big problem. It's going to be a wash. That's going to be a big problem. Hopefully Wawa can come back here. That's what I'm hoping for. At least Burmese Schools, they can get more practice as well. Right? So, we're in Game 2, ladies and gents. Burmese Schools versus Wawa Gaming. For Burmese Schools, we got Ice on the Cho, Ace on the Hayabusa, Ruby DD still on the Lunox. My gosh. CGO on the carry and PV and DV on the Jawhead. However,